forward as well. So we have this for later. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, since especially if you're going to be driving, we'll record this and send it to you after we've uploaded it so that you have it to refer back to. So it makes it easier to, so you don't feel the need to like write everything down. But hi, it's nice to connect with you.
Nice to talk.
Yeah. Nice to virtually meet you.
Yes. Where in Austin are you?
I'm super south, like
Super south. Okay.
the most south you can get in Austin.
Okay, cool. I'm like the complete opposite. I'm up in Leander, but at least we're both in Texas.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's true.
Awesome.
Are you from Texas originally?
I'm from Austin.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How did you hear? I'm dying to know. How did you learn about the academy?
I think Instagram. I think I'm pretty sure that's what it was Instagram. I don't know if it was when I was looking for just how do I even say it? Like just looking for inspiration, looking for like I guess you could say like a girl gang to just kind of follow and get, motivation and inspiration and stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it was Instagram. I just don't know if I was searching or if it just like popped up, or I don't remember how exactly. I'm pretty sure it was Instagram though.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, we're so excited that you're in this academy, and I'm sure you've got a lot going on, but we love seeing your posts and love getting to hear from you on Facebook or Instagram, but this is a whole another level. So we're always happy to hop on and get to chat with you.
Yeah. I think it's great. I wish I would have known that my time would have been not so great, but like recently things have just been like kind of just extra crazy. I work every Monday night, so that's why I can't get on those.
Okay.
Gotcha. Good to know.
So I just kind of go back and watch them whenever I'm available to. And I've been trying to like pick up more shifts. And since it's at a restaurant, that's why my schedule is so like wonky, is because like for sure every Monday night I work, because I've worked every Monday night for a long time. And I have a cute little older couple that comes in every Monday that I like to see, and they like to see me. So that's why I request to work Monday nights, and it's been like that for forever.
Yeah.
But then every other day that I work is just random. It could be at night, it could be during the day. I'm kind of working part-time still for this dance company here. And that I feel honestly, like I joined She Shines and some other groups and stuff because I want the motivation, and I basically I have like two little side hustles that I want to be more full-time and not necessarily part-time. So I'm trying to work towards that, but at the same time, it's like, I need the time to work on it, but I still need to work in order to live.
Absolutely.
So it's really hard. And with the holidays and like all this stuff, I'm like, okay, I need to do wine tastings. I need to do, the events, and I need to do this, but I also need to work. And it's just kind of like
a lot
back and forth. Like, yeah, I wasn't expecting to be this busy when I signed up for She Shines. I'm glad I did, because I get to see everything in the Facebook group and see everything you guys post on Instagram and stuff. I just wish my time was more open, basically. Like the reason why I have a last minute because I work at a restaurant, but I also help with the catering, and I have a last minute order at like 5:15, but I have to go all the way past downtown Austin to get there.
At 5:15. Oh geez.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I'll probably be in the car for like half of this call.
Yeah, at least, I'm sure.
To get up there.
Sitting in traffic.
Yeah, but anytime there's like a last minute catering or anything last minute that's going to give me some extra money, I'm like, yes, I'll do it. Like, it's fine. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'll do it. So
yeah.
Luckily I don't have to be there till 5:15, so I can sit in traffic and talk to you guys. But I do have to trek all the way up there in order to make it on time.
Yeah, no, we totally understand much of what you're saying. And I do want to offer some encouragement in that a lot of times when you are on the verge of a breakthrough or something else happening, like, good things coming your way, resistance rears its ugly head in the form of like a million and one things going on, right? So just know, like, you got to go through it. Like, unfortunately, the thing with the resistance, you can't like bypass it. You just have to go through it. But a lot of good things are, awaiting you on the other side. I guarantee that. And you're such a hard worker, it sounds like, and extremely motivated. And, you're here for one, and, you made the commitment to sign up. So that is something huge in and of itself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're definitely not alone. Like when we had our monthly call earlier this month, all of the other women are going through the same thing. They're all trying to figure out the best way to fit in their side business and grow that while they're working full time, or either they're transitioning out of their full time and trying to figure out the best way to manage their time now as a full time entrepreneur. So definitely not alone in that struggle. I mean, I still work full time, and Alora has another job outside of She Shine. So it's definitely a moving part that will constantly be moving throughout your whole life if you're always doing more than one thing. I, like Anna Laura said, I would just lean into that. I think it's kind of the best time to do it when all of this is going on, because it's going to give you a really good sense of, like, help you build your self-awareness of what can I handle, what do I need to change, what are my strengths, what are things that I need to work on. So I would totally, like, just kind of harping on what Anna Laura said, like, use all of that resistance right now that's going on just to really figure out like who you are, where you want to go, and kind of push yourself to the other side of this, and just tap into the resources you have. Like Anna Laura and I are here. You can reach out to us in the Facebook group literally anytime. That's why it's there. If you have a question about managing your schedule, or you have a question about something within your business, like, it's not something you have to hold on to in your head all week by yourself. Like, definitely use the Facebook group as your, support and community while you're trying to figure all this out, because we know how hard it is to do it without anyone, which is why we gravitated towards each other and started working together. We were building separate businesses, but meeting together to do it. So we really understand the value in having a community. So please use us when you
Okay, so that's good to know, because it's hard, and I, with as much running around, and I'm always doing something or going somewhere, it's just kind of like when I finally get a chance to start think about the things that I need to get done, it's in the middle of the night. And then I can't turn my brain off, and I'm just like, okay, I need to do this and I need to do that, and I can do that. And next thing you know, it's like 2-3 in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, I need to go to sleep. And it's like a never ending cycle. And then my boyfriend gets mad. He's like, are you gonna come to bed? I'm like, well, I just my head is going. I got to get all this stuff out now, because I can't get it out of my head during the day because I'm running around too much. Like, I need to do it now. And he's just like, all right, well, see you in the morning. It's just like, okay.
So question, does your schedule change day to day, or do you pretty much know, like, Sunday night or Monday, like, what your week is going to look like?
As far as working at the restaurant, I know by the Thursday or Friday before that next Monday starts what my schedule is going to be for the next week. Okay. As for caterings, it's not like the big ones are set in stone and like scheduled for me, but like this one today, she asked me about yesterday, and then there's another one on Friday that she asked me about today. So those are like random, and then they're at different times too. Like sometimes they'll be like a lunchtime order, and if I'm not already working, she'll ask me. If it's like today's an evening one, which is random. I normally don't do any on Sunday, but I ended up doing one Sunday night. So it's just kind of like with the caterings, I mean, and they only take up a couple hours of my time, but sometimes they're just so last minute that I just kind of like fit them in wherever I can.
Yeah. I think one thing, and this is something that we're trying to get better at too, but one thing that might help you is, because there's a lot of moving pieces, is if you either use Google Calendar or a good old fashioned planner, but that has the time, so you can actually see when you have breaks in your day or an available time slot to actually work on the business. That way, when you wake up in the morning, you can set 3 different tasks or 2 tasks for those 2 time slots or 3 time slots. So by the time you're going to bed, your brain isn't racing because you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do X, Y, and Z. But because you knew Tuesday, you were only going to do those 2 or 3 things. So it's okay that the rest of the list didn't get done, So
Right.
really like planning out your week and saying, Monday I'm going to do this, Tuesday I'm going to do this, Wednesday I'm going to do this. This is what my hours are looking like. This is how much time I have to devote to this task, and not judging yourself if it doesn't get done because it's going to happen. It's okay. But it's all a learning process, But I think start with giving yourself some sort of structure, and you can start to make those little steps that you'll actually begin to move your business forward, rather than trying to do like a million things at once and waking up at 2 a.m. because we've all been there.
Yeah, I know for me, something I recently implemented was kind of time blocking. Like I kind of have a theme each day. So say you have, I know you're doing multiple businesses, rather than, bouncing around like a pinball machine from one business to the next, maybe set aside like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is just going to be the skincare business. And then Thursday, Friday is the wine. That might help alleviate some of that like back and forthness too, when okay, I can wait till Thursday for that. I have time, like Alex said, like dedicated, like even pockets of time. Because I think both of us actually have network marketing backgrounds as well. While working full time, we're both formerly speech therapists turned network marketing, turned doing what we're doing now, which is photography and she shines for me, and Alex speech therapy and she shines too. So when we say we understand where you are, like we wholeheartedly have been there, like literally in your shoes.
Yeah, no, and that's super great, because like I know it's like a time management issue for me, definitely. Which I'm I've told myself, like I have Google Calendar, but then I also have to have it written down too. Like I do both.
Same.
I don't know why.
No,
but
yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And somebody was like, well, if you have it on your phone, then why do you need to write it down? Like, if I don't write it down, I don't think about it. Like I need to write it down, and it needs to be like something that I can physically see that I have written down, rather than just opening up an app in my phone. The app, the Google app for the calendar is definitely helpful, because it's, I can set it to remind me, like, the little alerts, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I have that in 30 minutes, or I have that, in a couple of hours, or whatever the case may be. But like I literally sit down every night before I go to bed and I look at my calendar. I'm like, okay, what do I have tomorrow? What time do I have to be where? Like, but it's still like a time management thing with, trying to work everything out. And, I'm already like, there's like a lot of other little moving parts to everything that's going on. I know I don't have a lot of time right now. I know that it's a time management issue for me, but I also know that I want this change and I need this change. So what I'm trying to work towards is, I mean, not just bringing, the skincare and the wine, side gigs to full-time, gigs at some point, but also like a career change in general. That's just another thing. I've been in the restaurant industry for years, which is great. I love, the place that I work at and the people that I work with. I want to do more with catering, but that doesn't seem like that's going to be something that's going to happen anytime soon, which is totally fine. But I need more stability also when it comes to work. which is another reason why I would like, all of this to kind of come full circle and me be able to do my side gigs, full-time gigs. But until then, like, I need more structure, because obviously I don't have a lot of structure with the crazy schedule that I have every single day. So I'm looking to kind of restructure just everything, which would go along with, what I'm passionate about and what I want to do. And then that will help me to where I have, instead of working, I work in the morning these days, but then I work at night on these days, but then I'm trying to do wine tasting on these days, I can have more of I work from this time to this time, and then I have the evenings to work on my side gigs like a normal person, rather than just whenever I can fit it into my schedule. So it's a whole big thing, and I'm really glad you guys are like super supportive, because again, like you said, y'all have literally been in my shoes. So it's nice to know a little bit more of y'all's background and how you kind of went from one thing to another. So it's very helpful to know that I have that kind of like just a group to fall back on, basically, to just know, they have my back.
Sure. Is there between the skincare and the wine, is there one of them that like speaks to you more right now, or do you love them both equally the same?
Right now, the one that's speaking to me more is the wine, because of the charity aspect of it. I've always wanted to get involved with nonprofits. Since I can remember, that's not what my degree was in. I don't have any experience with it. So when I found out that, there was this company where, one, I'm already buying and drinking wine, two, why can't I do that, but also know that my money's going towards a good cause. So it really spoke to me, and I really enjoy the wine too. But it really started getting me thinking about, I've always wanted to be, involved more in charity and nonprofits. Maybe I should start looking into
Andrea, can you say that again?
Getting into that.
Broke up a little bit. Can you repeat that last part?
Can you hear me better now? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying that I wanted to get more involved in the nonprofit sector, at business-wise, like career-wise, because of the fact that I've started doing more research on all the nonprofits and charities that we help through the wine company that I work with. And it's kind of given me that extra little to be like, well, it's not too late. You can get into more nonprofits and working for a nonprofit, rather than just, donating or volunteering. Like, you can actually get more involved. So that's something that, the wine is speaking to me more right now, because I've always wanted to be involved in, nonprofits and charity and volunteering and all of that. So that's where I'm kind of leaning towards.
I
right
think
now,
hearing you speak, it kind of just makes sense. Like, you're in the restaurant industry, and I think even if you talked about that more on your page, like, for someone who's in the restaurant industry and catering, I would love to know their top wine picks and what I should be, drinking my rosé with, and what I should be having my Chardonnay with. And if I'm hosting an event, what kind of wine should I serve? And, oh, you don't have it? Here's one hope. Oh, you want to support a charity? I think it's an easy transition, because it seems like this is your background and something you've worked in for a while. And Anna Laura, you can tell me too, I think, especially while you have all these moving parts around, it may serve you and your business better to focus on the wine part, and building up your personal brand as this expert in the restaurant industry and catering field, and kind of use the skincare as just like going to bed after a long night of catering, here's what I'm putting on my skin, you know, or waking up in the morning, rather than focusing on that right now to build that as a business, like play to your strengths right now. And I think it might ease some of the friction in terms of like all the moving parts you have going on right now. And so you can get a hold on what you're good at and then work on building up those other parts. But Andrea, you can chime in.
Right, yeah.
I think that's some really great points you brought up, especially about the like honing in on not that you have to completely, like Alex was saying, like disregard one, like just leave it, but because I can tell like you are multi-passionate about a lot of things, like I can completely relate to that. So yeah, having this one lane to more or less focus on in terms of really building up and monetizing and maximizing your efforts like in this one area, before you diversify into other businesses and other, ways to serve people. But in the meantime, like Alex was saying, you can kind of use it more as like almost like an affiliate marketing kind of thing where like you use the products, you love them, you can still like more or less casually share about them. But in terms of like, hosting events and things, you can really center it on this one thing that you love and you are so passionate because one, it tastes great, but more importantly, it serves a greater purpose, which is that, internal pull you have toward nonprofits.
Right. Yeah.
So tell us too, for time's sake, like who is like the ideal person that you are looking to speak to online, that you are looking to serve, and that you want to help? Like who is that ideal person? Because originally you mentioned companies, men, women, which is a lot, and it's okay to have those dreams, I think, of working with all those people. But again, like where we're starting out, like who do you want to impact right now? Like who speaks to you as an audience that you want to help?
It was kind of a hard question for me to answer because, with the skincare, we have our ideal person. We talk about it when we do conferences and stuff like that. And, it's a woman between the ages of like 20 and I think it was 45, 50, something like that is like the ideal woman, who's looking to use cleaner products, get the skin that they're wanting without having to go and get poked with needles or any kind of other things that I've never done any of that, so I don't know what it involves, but somebody who's looking for more as far as skincare is concerned, but then also maybe wants to start a business of her own. But then when it comes to wine, One Hope Wine, it's different because everybody drinks wine. Like there's more people out there that drink wine, not just women the ages of 21 to 50. I mean, it's more 21 to however old, and you know what I mean. And a lot of people like to give back, and a lot of people have their favorite nonprofits, and of course we have companies that give back as well. So that one was really hard for me to answer. When you put it as like a whole for both together or just the skincare or just the wine?
I would think less on like a company level. So right now you're thinking like as the CEO of One Hope or as the CEO of the skincare, like, you have this ideal age range, but you, Andrea, like who do you as an entrepreneur, as a network marketer, like want to draw into your business? Like who ideally, like, does it excite you to work with? I know for me, so I was in a health and wellness company. We still use the products, love them, but it was food, like nutrition. Okay. And for some reason, I would attract so many like 50, like mid 50s women into my business. And that's because they have the discretionary income to buy the products, and they, have like, they're going through menopause, they're putting on weight, blah, blah, blah. But ideally, I wanted to work with women my own age. Like I wanted to have this crew of like-minded women my own age that, we're just a healthy girl gang, right? And so when I shifted my messaging, rather than like trying to serve everyone, and really just like honed in on like focusing down on who exactly I was excited to work with and like could really relate to, that's when I saw a big shift in my business. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I guess when you're putting it that way, who I would like to work with most is, like you said, people that are around your age. So for me, I would say, I mean, I'm 33, so I would say that the ideal age range would be between 30 and 40.
Yeah, I think that's great. And like whenever you focus in on that age range, like obviously everyone in 30s and 40s, like they love wine. They also love like anti-aging things too, right? Like we're the three of us are all in this age range, right? So I think that's beautiful. It all ties in so well together. And I think you're going to alleviate a lot of pressure from yourself, like that you don't have to focus in your messaging on serving men or serving big companies or anything. You can focus in and talk to this one specific person, like, hey, girlfriend, this is what's up. I'm having a wine tasting. Come hang out. Like, let's support each other and also give back at the same time. And it can I think it might flow better for you, like just coming at it from a more natural, like conversational standpoint. And it takes a lot of pressure off because you don't feel like you have to serve everyone all the time.
Yeah. And it'll boost your confidence too with posting, because it's the difference between, like Anna Laura said, creating a post kind of for like your best friend to host a wine party versus trying to craft up a post for like a 45-year-old man who you may not really relate to or know that much about, So once you really like hone in on that ideal woman in her 30s, you can like explode in terms of the content that you're going to create and who you're going to speak to, and knowing like which product is going to serve which person the best, now that you've really narrowed it down from all of these people just to like this smaller group.
Right. So as far as like wording and all of that, I guess also what I'm struggling with is, since it's two separate companies and I'm trying to focus more on the wine right now, but I don't want people to think that I stopped this the skincare. So when I post, like I'm really struggling with what I should post. Should it be about both? Should it just be about one? Like kind of, I'm just struggling with that as far posting wise, because I try to make it to where I post it on Instagram and it goes straight to my Facebook as well. So I'm not, I guess that's another thing that I'm struggling with, is like wording. Which one am I posting about? Should I be posting more about the wine right now and every once in a while about the skincare?
Something that Alex did really beautifully, she simultaneously was building like her personal brand. I'm going to brag on you for a sec, Alex. She was building her personal brand. She, with Alex Winter, this is before She Shines, and she was hosting events in Philadelphia for career women. But at the same time, she was with a network marketing company that also did skincare. And on Sundays, her event name was called She, and on Sunday she would do skincare with She, and she would make a 1 to 3 minute like IGTV.
Yeah, short IGTV, not 3 minutes.
And she would just show her skincare routine, and it happened to feature these products that she loved. And I think you saw like good return on it. Again, this is like a story.
Definitely.
But it was so much more conversational, and I think people really responded. I know I looked forward to seeing like what else she was going to talk about or how you're going to use this one thing. So you could do that, like, throughout the week you're talking that wine and giving back and the restaurant business and all this. But then, you know, on the weekend or on a Sunday, you have this little IGTV where you talk about, okay, wiped out after a long week. Here's a short video on how I use blah, blah, blah. And you can share it that way. And it's, again, it's more of like an affiliate way rather than like, I'm doing this as a full-blown like business right now, along with this other full-blown business while managing this crazy schedule that I have.
Yeah. And like,
I like that.
I think too, like if you shift your mindset a little bit, rather than thinking of Andrea doing skincare, Andrea doing One Hope Wine, and Andrea in the restaurant industry, like just think of like you, like you're Andrea, you're 33 years old, you work in the restaurant industry, you love drinking wine and you love taking care of your skin. And if you lead with that, like that's where your content kind of flows from. You know, it's not necessarily like, I don't want people to think about this or think about that. It's, you can talk about all those things. And like Anna Laura said, there is a really natural way you can do about it if you just talk about how you're incorporating it into your every day. You know, like you are the brand. Like people want to know about you. They want to trust you before they're going to even bring out their money to buy anything you're selling, you know, and before you worry about making that sale or worrying about losing potential customers or clients, we want to think about how can we provide the most value to these people, you know, like we want to show them we care about them first before asking them for something. So I think if you focus, like Anna Laura said, like on a way just to provide value to everyone. And it's clear you have so much knowledge and passion already. So I think it's as simple, like I say simple, it is a hard, it's work. I'm sorry, but not simple, but if it's something you work at every day, and I think kind of deconstruct this view of like you as three different people, and I'm like, you're just Andrea and you have all these interests, I think it'll ease again a little bit of that friction and resistance that you may be feeling right now.
Yeah, I think it'll help a lot. I mean, eventually I'd like to, you know, turn everything, like bring everything together and into like a blog. And, you know, because I have my regular Instagram, and then I have like my quote unquote business one. It's where I was trying to keep everything together, the skincare and the wine. But then I started thinking, you know, I can maybe turn this into something more down the line, not right now, but maybe in more of the form of a blog, and, you know, have it be skin care and rosé. And so the blog is basically talking about clean skincare, you know, clean and being healthy in general, you know, like skincare care is in like mental health and physical health. And then, you know, I guess what I came up with, you know, served up with a glass of rosé or served up with a glass of wine or something like that. So basically focusing on the skin and the care, and then, you know, kind of throwing in the wine in there as well. But that's still something that's fairly new in my head. But that's what I was thinking, like long term.
To me, this handle and this idea sounds like the ultimate girls' night, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Like I love your handle, and I definitely like can see that being like taking off and being something great. And also like because you do love the nonprofit, you know, aspect, the charity aspect as well. Like you could tie that, when you said care, like skin care and rosé, I thought care was more along the lines of like charity giving back. So it's so beautiful because it does really tie in everything that you are and love. So I mean, I really think you could do so much with that under that umbrella and not feel like you have to segregate everything. Like I can only talk about, you know, like lack of toxins and you know, this thing, like it can also just be like the ultimate girl's resource who also like cares.
I like that, the ultimate girl resource.
Is this just like a skincare and rosé? I'm like, sign me up, please. Yes.
I like that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, well, we hope that we're running out of time, but we hope this really helped, you know, clarify a few things going on. And we'd love to talk again soon. I know Monday nights are a little, like you said, like not available. But we do hope to catch you real soon. We're going to chat with a few more of our members, and if Monday nights aren't good, we're here to serve y'all. So definitely let us know, make us aware of that, so we can accommodate everyone to the best of our ability.
No, you guys are great. I mean, the fact that y'all post up the videos, that way we can watch them after the fact is great, because, I can rewatch them, but then also rewatching them again if I, forgot something, or, forgot to write something down or missed it. I can, pause, rewind, whatever. So I like that you guys do that. That's really awesome.
Oh, great. No, that's great to hear. If you're watching and you have questions about anything, definitely feel free to comment on that post, and let us know, because we're, like we said, we're 100% here for y'all. Like, we want to serve y'all and help any way that we can.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all listening to me go on and on.
Oh my gosh, no, it's like literally, like, we have so been there. Many days it feels like we are there. It's the journey of entrepreneurship, and it's not an easy one, and we're not supposed to do it alone. So we are so excited you're in our community, and I hope to get together with you soon. So let's definitely keep in touch, and hopefully we can put something together for Austin, for She Shines, and we can finally meet in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you know when I'm doing a wine tasting.
Yeah.
I'll have one next month for sure.
Oh my gosh, yes, please let me know.
I will. I will, definitely.
Awesome, Andrea. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.
All right, thanks y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.